it's Allie, and welcome to another edition of our Yoga and Yahweh, our Christian yoga flow. So this month we are covering Ephesians 1:16, which reads, "I have not stopped giving thanks for you, remembering you in my prayers." Before we get started, I just wanted to encourage you to be thankful for some of the things that maybe you don't notice all the time. Maybe the air that we breathe or the water that we drink. Maybe even the dirty clothes that we have, because that means that we have clothes to wear and a way to wash them. It sounds silly, but even those things, if we can be grateful for those and thankful for those, it calms our nervous system, and it also blocks out all that worrisome chatter. That means we get a little bit of a break in our brain. So, super important to try and be thankful. Well, let's go ahead and get started into our flow. So we're going to have you start. So from here we go into a hero pose. Hero pose looks like this. This is broken toe pose, so you can either be here for the next few breaths, or we can untuck the toes and go here where our toes are down. Either one is totally okay, depending on what it is you would like to do. So I'll turn just a little bit towards you so you can see me a little bit better. Closing your eyes, sink in for just a moment. Now you may have chose to be in hero pose. You may have chose to be in broken toe pose, and either one is okay. Bringing some intention and awareness into our breath. Taking those big deep breaths in through our nose and letting them back out through our nose. Finding a rhythm for our breath in our practice today. And possibly when you hear Ephesians 1:16, maybe you think of somebody that you are extremely grateful for. And you thank God for them every day. Notice how that makes your body feel when you think about being grateful. Possibly warm in the heart center space. It might start to radiate out through your chest and into the rest of your body. We take one more big deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. Gently fluttering the eyes to open them back up. And we'll take that right ear over to the right shoulder. So you just stretch out our neck. Stay here for a breath. And bring it back up. Go over to the other side. Drop it over. And bring it back up. Then we go straight back behind. Bringing it up and tucking the chin. And then bringing it back up. So from here, hands will interlace back behind you. So it looks kind of like this. Now I'll turn this way. So you've got our hands interlaced back behind us. The shoulders will roll back and we'll pull those hands down towards the ground. And lift up here, tucking those toes like we were in broken toe. And then we tuck in. Our forehead starts to come down towards the ground and we lift the seat up just a little bit. Keep pulling those hands up and over. Take a couple of breaths here in this rabbit pose. This helps to release some tension in the shoulders. Give us some grounding. One more breath. Releasing your hands. We'll make our way up to standing, coming up all the way. So we maybe take a big reach up into this mountain, and the hands will come back to heart center. Closing those eyes, get those feet grounded here. Coming back into that scripture, we can never think about it enough during our practice. So you're going in Ephesians 1:16, giving thanks every time that I remember you and thanking God for you. Take another breath in, let it go. We'll reach up, arms towards the mountain. I'm going to turn, and we go into a right side warrior one. So the right foot steps forward, the left foot will step back. Bending into that right knee, sinking in, plugging in those feet so they're nice and strong and grounded here. Hands come back behind you, interlacing those fingers. Roll those shoulders back and come forward for a humble warrior. So here we're leaning forward, dropping the head, allowing the head to be loose. Take one more deep breath here. Release it. Return back up to your warrior one. Arms come back up. Simple adjustment and change. Going into a warrior two. So we step forward and we step that right foot back. Sinking back down into this warrior one. Interlace the hands back behind you. Pull them down and come into that humble warrior. Letting the head go. Take one more breath. And then come back up. Reach and rise all the way back up towards the ceiling into that mountain. Bringing those hands to heart center. And we'll come back up into a mountain. Reach up, forward fold. Take it all the way down. Halfway lift. Nice flat spine looking at the top of your mat right in front of you. Forward fold. Bringing it back up one more time into that mountain, reach and rise. Forward fold. One more, halfway lift. Forward fold. Coming up into your mountain, last one, reach up, take that deep breath. And then we'll bring those hands back to heart center. Going in for a balance pose here, going for your tree on the right side. So we can stay with our hands at our heart center today, or if you want to try something a little different, we go back here to reverse prayer hands, rolling the shoulders back, pressing the palms together so it's nice and snug right there. Your tree on the right side, we start here. Looking at a point that's not moving, find your focus. Maybe you move your foot up. Possibly give it another challenge, taking it back up all the way. One breath. Let it go. Everything comes back down. You're going to shake those wrists out, roll those shoulders. Going for your left side. Same thing with the arms. If you did it, if you can do it here, or we can always go back into this reverse prayer. And then start it with that left foot. Finding your grounding, and then possibly move it up. And maybe even for the challenge today, take it up a little bit higher. One more breath. Let that go. Again, roll those wrists out. Maybe turn the hands. Stretch out those wrists, those fingers. Do it on the other side too. It's important to take care of those wrists. Roll it around. One more big shoulder roll. And we'll take it back down onto the mat here. So for our hip opener today, I think we'll go ahead and go into a half pigeon. Trying to figure out the best way so that you can see me. So if you're half pigeon here, we'll do this on the right side first. So the right leg will come in front and the left leg will come back behind you. So you have this option, and it might look like this. With your heel tucked in, we might be here, but we're working this left hip down towards the ground. So here's one option. You might be able to lay down. There's another option. And maybe if you would like to try it, you can take that foot, that right foot, kick it up a little bit, and see how that feels in that left side as we roll it down towards the ground. Walking those hands out in front, we'll come down all the way. However, if this is not for you, you can always go on your back and do it in a modified way. So it's just a reclined figure four, where you would be on your back with the right ankle over the left knee. Taking a little bit of time to settle in, no matter where you're at. Bringing that scripture back to the forefront of your mind. Trying to calm the chatter here. It's possible that during the practice already today, your mind's wandered around in a few different directions. Gently bring it back into your breath, into this present moment. Noticing how your body feels. And maybe you choose to stay here for another few breaths. It's up to you. We'll move on to the left side half pigeon so that we can continue rolling, but it's okay if you choose to stay. So coming out of that right side, going into that left side, making your way here, whatever that looks like for you. This side might feel a little bit different. Getting into this left side half pigeon. However, if you're on your back, just switch it out. So you just take that left ankle over the right knee, and then we would get ourselves situated here. Coming back to the breath work that we have been working with this practice today. Giving yourself an opportunity to settle here for just a moment. Creating space for yourself to rest is so important. We need that. We need to be able to rest so we can fill others' cups. We cannot fill cups if ours is not full. A couple more breaths before we move on. Coming up and out of this half pigeon, just sweeping those legs around to the front of our mat, maybe shaking them out a little bit, help wake them back up. Point and flex the feet. I like to give them some extra movement, roll my ankles. I try to do this every day, keeping that mobility good and strong in my feet, my ankles. Arms reach up towards the ceiling, and we'll take a forward fold coming down. Now once we get here, I want you to walk your sit bones, the two bones that are sticking into the mat maybe, walk them back a little bit and get into this forward fold. Allow the heart to lead as it comes down towards the ground. Coming back up out of this forward fold. Coming back onto our backs all the way. So you're shifting forward maybe on your mat, bringing it all the way down. We can bring those knees in towards our chest. We'll give them a squeeze. Rock it around a little bit side to side. And we can take those feet back down towards the ground here. The right ankle comes over the left knee, and we drop both knees over to the right side, going as far as you would like to go. So this stretches out maybe in your left hip. I feel it in my back sometimes. You might feel it anywhere. Really, it's your body, and it's different for everyone. Just taking a different variation of your twist here. And we bring it back up to the top, releasing that side, going over to the other side, left ankle over the right knee, dropping those knees both over to the left. Bringing it back up to the top. Both knees come back in towards the chest and squeeze them in nice and tight, wrapping the arms around the legs, bringing the knees in, lifting your forehead up towards your knees in this little tight ball. Squeeze in. Take a deep breath. And then release. We let everything come down towards the mat. Legs can come down, arms can come down. Finding this comfortable space here for the next few moments to allow our bodies to settle and just rest in what we did for it today. The main point of that scripture that we covered in Ephesians 1:16 is to be thankful. When we are thankful for the things that our body can do for us, we're less critical of the things that it can't do. Being thankful for all the different parts of our bodies, whether it's our toes, our feet, our ankles, maybe our legs, our calf muscles, our knees, behind our knees, our thighs and our hamstrings. Being thankful for our glutes and our hips, our spine, the muscles of our back, shoulders and our arms going into each tip of one of our fingers. Moving into the throat and the neck. Coming up into the head, all the muscles of the face, your teeth, your tongue, your nose and your eyes. Realizing that each part serves a purpose. And we need to be thankful for all of the things our body can do for us. When we offer ourselves some gratitude, we're able to express that gratitude to others. Bring that person to the forefront of your mind that you would like to pray for today, or that you're thankful for. Asking the Lord to bless them as they go throughout their day, keeping them safe. Take one more deep breath in and let it go. Bringing some movement back into the body, wiggling the toes and the fingers. Giving yourself a big body stretch like you just woke up, possibly fluttering the eyes open, nice and slow. Everything starts to wake up. We'll bring ourselves up to seated, however you choose. Bringing those hands to heart center. Offer yourself some gratitude for showing up today and getting on your mat and spending time with Jesus. Ephesians 1:16 goes for each and every one of you that are on this journey with me. We'll take one more deep breath in together. Inhale. Let it go. Thank you for joining me today for our Be Thankful flow for the Christian Yoga Hub. If you guys have anything that you want to ask or request, please don't hesitate to let me know. Shoot me an email, shoot me a message, and we will work on something that you guys feel like you need to work on today too. So I'm always open to suggestions. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.